does he know it is broken? So we just found out there's a major issue with the Z. So this video was supposed to be about cooling. See, the Z has been having some cooling issues, and to try to figure out what was going on, I had my buddy Lucas over.
You also have a massive front mount intercooler.
So it's like air is coming out of that already hot.
Yeah, it's like not really a space to put anything.
I know, dude.
Can we put your battery in the trunk?
I am about to install another battery in the trunk.
You had 2 batteries, right?
Well, I have 1 battery right now, but that one over there is I'm about to mount it and install it in the trunk so that I have 2 batteries. And the reason I'd want 2 batteries is to be able to crank over this giant engine. But Lucas's analysis of what was going on is that there's too much crap in the way of the radiator getting air, including an air-to-water intercooler up front that's already feeding the radiator hot air. So we wound up taking the bumper off to try to find space to move some of this stuff, and it turns out there's plenty of space. But here's the thing, somehow these cooling issues only happen sometimes, and I wanted to figure out why. So a couple days later, when I had some extra time, Carson and I took the hood off, and we're gonna take the Z out for a spin to see if it cools better with no hood holding all the heat in the engine bay. But little did we know, the Z had another problem. And Carson had a problem. Dude, why are you wearing AirPods? The answer is he's wearing AirPods because he's scared that the Z's too loud. Right here I noticed that the voltage was sitting at like 11.9 volts. A bunch of lights that I'd never seen were on in the gauge cluster. And that's even more weird because the engine is swapped. Even if something's wrong with the engine, there shouldn't be any lights on in the gauge cluster. Where it says 12.1 volts here, we should have 14. So I'm just thinking it's the alternator. Were the belts slipping? We're about to pull over and find out.
Dude, is the alternator even hooked up?
Yes, Carson, the alternator is hooked up. I just drove by and said, "Hey man, love it," and gave me a thumbs up. Little does he know it is broken. I think the alternator might be bad, dude. No electrical stuff looks weird. I had a suspicion that it was like this fuse, because when I put that cover on, sometimes that fuse gets a little disconnected, but I don't know what it is. It's not charging. I'm gonna have you start it in neutral, and I'm gonna watch the belts. Flip the power switch on. Turn it on. Yo, none of these pulleys are spinning at all. Holy shit, dude. My entire harmonic balancer is not connected to the engine. The harmonic balancer is not spinning. Something is really badly wrong. It's gonna be a big problem, dude. Well, and then also the belt is like skipped off. It's the main pulley of the engine that spins to make all the other components spin. The main pulley of the engine is not spinning. It doesn't look aligned. It looks like it's about to fall off. So I need to take this radiator out of here anyways to figure out what the hell's going on. I may have to take the supercharger off. Dude, that's crazy. All right, well, that's really scary.
Dude, I'm just jinxing everything, bro.
Well, yeah, literally, you asshole.
Oh my.
I got no power Dude, so we just found out really fast there's a major issue with the Z. So there's basically two things that could be the issue. One is the harmonic balancer has literally come apart. And I'm really hoping that's the issue because that can be easily replaced. The other potential problem is that the crankshaft has broken off where the harmonic balancer connects. And if that's the case, then we're about to have to pull this motor and rebuild it. Let's just go ahead and say a quick prayer that that is not the case. Either way, next week we're about to take it apart and find out. Dude, I don't like you.
I don't like you.
Dude, it was a great opportunity for some good pictures though. So now Instagram will be happy. Dude, it didn't even go down all the way. That was not very convincing.
You suck.
You broke the Z.